Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whether you're watching this one. This is my Paro versus David Papot. Bottom preview and bottom predictions. For Paro versus David Papot. 12-round IBF welterweight title in there. Which is £147 division. Paro is stepping up to 147. But before we get into that, we have got the tour main event, which is Ian Wilson versus Sandy Montero. 10-round contest in the super lightweight division. It is for a title, but it's for an irrelevant title that no one cares about. And obviously Sandy Montero, not seen much of him. I've only seen probably one or two fights of him. He's a Swiss fighter, and he's going to need to switch a lot in this fight against Ian Wilson, who will outwork you, very aggressive, who will put Montero on the back foot. That's what Ian Wilson does to his opponents. So Montero is going to need to use his win IQ, use win movement to try and get away from Ian Wilson. Otherwise, Ian Wilson's is not completely outbox him, in my opinion, which I do see happening. In my opinion, I think Ian Wilson will win this fight quite. I think he wins it quite comfortably on start cards. I just think Ian Wilson's key attitude is forcing his opponents on the back foot, outworking his opponents as well, and his aggression. So I'm going for Ian Wilson to win on points. And finally, the main event, obviously, was I talked about earlier, Ian Paro versus David Papot, 12-round contest, which is an IBF welterweight title in there. David Papot, he's a tough southpaw fighter, very tough southpaw fighter. He's undefeated. He's got a dud stat record, hasn't he? 30 wins, just a 1 draw, and 0 defeats. So he is a tough southpaw fighter, while Ian Paro has been at world level compared to David Papot, in my opinion. Ian Paro's obviously been a former world champion in the weight class below, which was super lightweight, and Ian Paro's now moved up obviously to 147, and which is starting to hot up, isn't it? 147, the welterweights now starting to hot up. I think you got Teofimo Lopez, the likes of Lopez, Devin Haney, who are starting to move up to welterweight. You could see Chad Catterall move up to welterweight as well. So it will start to hot up again, the welterweight division, since Errol Spence and Terence Crawford have left that division. And Ian Paro, we all know what Ian Paro's done at. He's a good presser fighter, good body work. He's good with his kinson as well. Like his kinson can outwit his opponents, which David Papot needs to look out for. But I do think David Papot will do that. Will actually kinson as well, because he is a tough fighter. While Ian Paro has also got that precision, very effective with his shots as well, which will be the key difference for me in this fight. And obviously, the prize is there for the winner. The winner will end up facing the winner out of Lewis Crocker and Paddy Donovan, who will be fighting for the vacant IBF welterweight title. So it's like a semi-final, isn't it? It is like a semi-final. The winner of this fight will face the winner out of Crocker and Paddy Donovan. So yeah, but I just think that world-level experience will count on Ian Paro in this one. And I've done for Ian Paro just to win on points. I think he'll win by a couple of rounds on the start card. I think Papot could give him a tough fight, because he is a tough southpaw fighter. But I just think Ian Paro's effective shots will be key in this fight, and his obviously world-level experience as well. And for Ian Paro to win on points. Feel free to leave your thoughts and predictions down below. for this Boston preview, Boston predictions, and I will be back next week for more Boston preview and Boston predictions.